Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Um, this is my third video in my series about my abuse. My last video left off, I was in basic training for the military. So during the basic training, I was getting paid directly into my account, and he had full access to my account. I had always trusted him with my money, and that was something that was hard for me and hindered me because he spent a lot of it. He spent it on gifts for me, he spent it on a new bed for us, he moved back in with his mom without telling me. He actually told me in a letter after he already did. So it was just financial situations that he wasn't making me a part of his decision making. He said that he moved back in with his mom because he was really lonely in our apartment, and he was getting depressed. So that was just kind of hard for me to deal with because I wasn't very vocal about what I wanted with us financially, and that I wanted to save money so that we could get a place. I didn't vocalize my feelings against it. So in December, I went to my first tech school, which was in Mississippi. I went there and I was very cold towards him because I hadn't had my phone in a while. So now when he was texting me, I'm just kind of like, oh, I don't really want to be attached to my phone. And it was more, oh, I love you more, I love you more, I love you. And I just wasn't with the games. I felt like that was really immature. That was high school. Then he moved with me to Texas, which I told him that I didn't think that he would like the particular city that I was going to be in, which was Wichita Falls. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to stay in the apartment with him, which I ended up not being able to. So he moved out there. We didn't have a car. So we are now paying for an apartment out in Texas. We paid to move over to Texas. And then we are paying cab fees. And now I work from 6:30 in the morning. My curfew's at 10. I have PT. I have a whole bunch of other things that I have to do. He was getting very depressed, so he got a little job out there and made some friends. But his depression got so bad to the point where it was affecting me, because when your significant other is depressed, obviously you want to be there for them, and I was, but it started affecting me professionally as well. I remember one time I had to have my first sergeant, which is, for those of you who aren't in the military, the first sergeant's he works with the commander, and he really deals with pretty much every personal problem like you can have, and he's your go-to person really for anything that you're going through. So he took me himself to my apartment because I was concerned. My ex was very suicidal, telling me he was going to jump off the roof. He was telling me a whole bunch of things that he was going to do to himself, and I really had no way to get over there, or I was in curfew, and then he would tell me not to talk to him, or he would turn off his phone, and it was causing me to worry. I was very sleep deprived. I know another night I came out of my dorm past curfew, went and talked to the one non-commissioned officer that we had on duty, and I told her, I was like, I am very concerned. My ex told me he's going to kill himself. I showed her the text messages that I had, and she drove me over there. She went up to my apartment with me. She took all of the knives out of our apartment to ensure his safety. and he was just kind of curled up on the floor. Like, we had a bed, but he was just curled up on the floor. So I told him that I think he's bipolar and that I wanted him to get checked out. And we had health insurance. I wanted him to go on base, get checked out by a behavioral therapist, which he agreed to, but only if I took him. So I had an appointment set for him. I had to leave class, walk over to the hospital. When I got over there, he still wasn't there, wasn't answering his phone. So I had to take a cab from there to go get him, to go wake him up, to then go back, bring him back, and bring him to the hospital myself, wait another hour. So I missed a lot of classwork doing this for him, which I don't regret missing the classwork. It's just all part of the ways that he made him his central focus. Depression is a completely normal thing, and I don't blame him for going through depression. It was just the way that he emotionally drug me down when he did go through it. He blamed it on me. He would tell me he's going to kill himself. He would tell me all these things and then shut off his phone and have no contact with me when he knew that I couldn't do anything. It was things like that that were just really emotionally abusive. So we did find out that he is bipolar, which I was pretty sure about anyways. He didn't want to take medication, which I understand, so he tried to go through it with his breathing exercises. He tried to do different things. He was supposed to see another doctor, which he didn't go to. He would only go if I went. He brought out some things in his past, which I'm not really going to go through because I don't really feel like that's my place to bring up. But he did go through a lot, and I feel like this kind of contributed towards that. So when we got back in June, I was supposed to have a year of training, which they had changed, and I did not end up having that year of training. So instead of having another year of pay, I pretty much was jobless, and so was he. So he moved back, I moved back, and he had got a job, and I was searching for a job, living in his mom's house, not having much money, spending money on rental cars because we didn't have a car because he had sold his car to go out to Texas. And we were just financially draining ourselves. And then this is going into the next time that he did physically put his hands on me. So I want to, I'm going to stop this video and I'm going to start on the next video. So pick up in part 2. I really appreciate it. Thank you.